To be accused, to feel helpless, is an awful thing. And when my case was dismissed, it's as if I went numb. It's almost as if I fainted. It was surreal. It was what I had hoped for. It was what I wanted. And yet, when the moment came, I could hardly believe it. I cried. I know I'm a man, but I cried with joy. I accepted them as my lawyers because, one, they were referred to me, but more than that, after I met with Wallin Klarich and talked with him and spent time with him, I understood this man knows his business. He knows what he's doing. He understands the ins and outs of the case, the kind of case that I had. And I felt very confident that this law firm would really do a good job for me. Yes, they did. I can't tell you how nerve-wracking it is to be the accused, and they understood that, and they called regularly. We met regularly, and when we met, it wasn't for 5 or 10 minutes. They would stay after hours just to talk with me, just to get to know me, and obviously to discuss the case. I felt that they held my hand. In fact, they didn't just hold my hand. I felt that they held me the way a father would hold their child in their arms. I'm extremely pleased with the way Wallin Klarich handled my case. I feel that they operated with the utmost integrity, the utmost honesty, and my lawyer in particular, the one that I work closely with, I've never seen someone who loves the law as much as he does. I was impressed with his integrity. I was impressed with his honesty. And even though I didn't agree with everything that he wanted to do, the way he wanted to do it, I see now he was out to establish the truth, and he did it in a way so that everyone can walk away from the situation feeling that truth and justice were done. Yes, they did. And they anticipated what we must be feeling and what we were going through, and they gave us instructions, they gave us encouragement, so that we would know what to expect, how we could respond, and they were always, always upbeat and positive. David Cohen took charge of my case from the first day I met him. I felt that he understood the case, that he cared about the case. It wasn't just another assignment for him. David Cohen took charge and really made me feel that I had the best legal representation possible. David Cohen was extremely prepared. He did things in advance of going into the courtroom. He had meetings with the DA and the judge prior to us sitting in the courtroom. I was amazed at how thorough he prepared for the actual trial. I really don't want to say anything bad about other law firms, but I can say that my experience having been on juries, having been a jury foreman and seen other lawyers, leads me to think that Wallin and Klarich and David Cohn did the best possible job for me that could have been done. I have never seen anyone else do what David Cohn did and approach it the way that he did. I have nothing but extreme confidence in Wallin and Klarich and David Cohn in particular. I would recommend Wallin and Klarich to anyone facing a criminal charge because in my mind, it's not about simply winning or losing. It's about truth. And I see in Wallin and Klarich and David Cohn in particular a love of the law, a knowledge of the law, a respect for the law, and just personal integrity that he will not do anything that is unethical. He will not do anything that is improper. I would recommend Wallin and Klarich to anyone who needs a lawyer, and David Cohn in particular. I would absolutely recommend him. My experience makes me feel as strongly as I do. I'm not just giving you random thoughts. I have worked with Mr. Cohn. I've worked with Wallin and Klarich. I was there. I was in the middle of it. And they pulled me through. They did what needed to be done. And I'm sitting here today telling you, they're the law firm for me. I welcome the opportunity to tell the world that there is an honest, ethical lawyer with integrity out there, and he works for Wallin and Klarich. I've never been through an experience like this in my life. It was very traumatizing, and other people will have traumatizing experiences, and when you do, when it's of a legal nature, you'll want a law firm like Wallin and Klarich. You want David Cohn on your side. So I'm here just to say, because I've done it before you, if you need a lawyer, you need David Cohn, you need Wallin and Klarich.